Hi, guys, and welcome to a coffee chat. I'm Dr. Boomer Brown with Doing Good at Work. Well, today in our coffee chat, we're going to talk about these 5 parts again. And let me remind you that we all have these 5 components, 5 boxes, 5 parts inside of us. What are those parts? Just a quick reminder: the physical part, the mental part, the emotional part, the social part, and the spiritual part. And each week we talk about one of these parts. Well, guess what? This week is the 3rd time that we're going to talk about the emotional part. All right, so far we've said that your emotions are like the dashboard on your car with its gauges, and it's telling you something about some system inside the car. Well, your emotions are just like that. They're like gauges on the dashboard, your emotional dashboard. And they're telling you something about what is going on inside of you. Last time we talked a little bit about the mind, will, and emotion. And we said to be most effective as a person that works well with yourself, with others, you need to understand the order of operation. And your mind should always engage your emotions first. Don't let your emotions engage you first. Engage your mind. Think about that. Look at your emotions. Corral your emotions. They're the most powerful thing inside you as a human being. So corral those, point those toward a purpose or something you're trying to achieve. Empower your will, and guess what? Lots of good things can happen. But here's what I understand about the emotional part of you. If you feel something emotes you in some way or another, maybe something angers you, something makes you really happy, something makes you sad, what is that something? Well, if you will understand what those somethings are, then you will be able to control your emotions better. We call those somethings triggers, emotional triggers. There are things that you have experienced in the past, and we talked about this in the last section when we talked about the mind, will, and emotions. We talked about how you have a record of all things that happened to you on your subconscious mind. And when something happens in the world, something triggers you, you automatically look at your mind to see what you want to experience and how you want to experience this trigger. So today I want to remind you of this, that emotions are good. Emotions tell us something about us. But don't just stop there with your feelings. Don't let your feelings control you. Control your feelings. The best way I know to control my feelings, for you to control your feelings, is to understand the triggers. So here's a little exercise I'd like for you to take away from today, and you to start doing this every day of your life. If you're in any situation with any person, whatever it is, at home, at work, in the community, wherever you are, and suddenly you feel this rush of emotions, identify what the emotion is. Could be anger, could be happiness, could be joy, could be sadness, whatever that emotion is, identify it. And then stop. Look around, make an observation. What has just happened to cause those emotional feelings to rise up in you? Write that down. Maybe you go away from the event and you come back to it later and you say, what was going on back there? Why were my emotions moving in lots of different ways whenever I experienced whatever that trigger is? If you will list out those triggers, then you'll be able to identify quickly what's happening with you emotionally. And you'll be able to re-engage your thinking process to help you redirect those emotions so that you don't do an action, commit an action, cause something that will make matters worse. You'll be able to stop at that point of your feelings because you're smart. You're aware of the triggers. And as we said, you can reprogram your mind using the subconscious mind and the creative subconscious in order to help you get better. Know your triggers emotionally because that will help you control your emotions. As always, If this has caused some type of emotional trigger in you, you've got to thinking about this and you'd like more information, you can always contact us at Doing Good at Work. There are lots of different materials and things that you can order from us that are free, that you can read through, and maybe that'll help you work through some of these things. This is just the beginning of understanding who you are, how you're functioning, and helping you to get better in yourself, in your home, in your work, in the community. That's the purpose of Doing Good at Work. We're here to help you because we believe that every person needs the opportunity to have a full, exciting, joy-filled life. And sometimes we have bumps and we need help getting over the bumps. Let us know how we can help you. Thank you so much for joining me for a coffee chat today. And as always, I look forward to seeing you next time on a coffee chat.